You're now on the third video of the 6-part series on creating breeding trial experiments. Feel free to watch these in order or skip to more relevant ones based on your needs. After the Basic tab comes the Entry List tab, where we can add entries to our experiment. We can do this by clicking the plus button on the toolbar. The modal window presents us with 4 ways to add entries. First is the input list, which lets us add germplasm names, package labels, or package codes. The copy entry list lets us copy the entries of another experiment, while the advanced nursery allows us to select seed sources from another nursery experiment, with seed packages in the inventory. A breeding trial experiment mostly uses the saved list option. Here, we can add entries from a list that we previously saved in the system. Clicking on the Select Saved List icon automatically adds the entries to our browser. Then, we need to check if the seed source of our entries are owned by our program. This information can be seen on the rightmost column of the data browser under Availability. Of course, we can only use entries whose seed and package records are owned by our program. The entries must have an availability status of selected, which means that the system already selected the only existing package record for that entry. If there are multiple package records available for an entry, a status of select will be displayed and will require you to choose from the available package records one entry at a time. The same can be done in bulk using the Settings button on the toolbar and selecting the packages for all or some selected entries. We are then asked to supply some details so that the system can filter the package sources for us. Lastly, an unavailable status means that the seed sources belong to another program, so we need to remove them in our entry list. To do this, simply select the unavailable entries. Click Settings on the toolbar and choose to remove all or only those selected. For breeding trial experiments, we are also required to identify which entries will be used as checks and tests. Under the Entry Type column, we can see that entries are assigned as tests by default. We can reassign some of these to be used as checks by clicking on the drop-down menu. Check entries can also be further classified as either spatial check, performance check, repeated check, or local check using the drop-down menus under the Entry Role column. Unlike the Entry Type column, entry role is not required. We can also do this step in chunks using the Bulk Update button by selecting the variable we want to use, providing the necessary information, and then applying it to all or selected entries. Our entries can also be rearranged using the Manage Sorts button. The modal window allows us to specify our preferred order by column and apply it to our entry list. The option to save the specified order for later use is also available. We can also export an offline copy of our entry list using the Download button. After managing our entries, we can now proceed to the Design tab.